any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Over. All right, here we go. 319. Hot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go now. 319.
Back back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Over. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, that's Ellis. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. Bust through the tackle. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Over.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now running right through it. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed. Whole offensive line being involved. Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll set up a throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's third and 3. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he's forced out and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Over! Detroit! Detroit!
run now on third down. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gibson. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. first down. Here's the run with Anderson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
56, lucky 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Over. Watch him now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And they'll run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a better game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. They pitch it out to Anderson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 31.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Well, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it. And
He's got daylight. The 30. They caught touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing,
and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Gun! Over!
Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gibson, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.